Welcome, dear viewers, to the land of the Pharaohs, a civilization cradled by the mighty Nile. Today, we embark on a journey back in time, to a world where the river was a deity, where life thrived in its embrace, and where the sands of the desert bore witness to the rise of one of history's most fascinating civilizations. The Nile, the longest river in the world, flows through the heart of Egypt, its delta fanning out into the Mediterranean Sea. This river was more than just a body of water for the ancient Egyptians. It was their main transportation route, a source of food, and an essential water supply for agriculture. But the Nile was not just a giver of life. It was a shaper of destinies. Its annual flooding brought nutrients that made the soil fertile, allowing the Egyptians to grow crops and sustain their civilization. This gift of the Nile led to advancements in agriculture, technology, and architecture, laying the foundation for one of the most extraordinary civilizations in history. The Nile's influence permeated every aspect of ancient Egyptian life, from their religious beliefs to their artistic expressions. It was revered as a god, its ebbs and flows dictating the rhythms of daily life and the etchings on their sacred scrolls. The ancient Egyptians developed sophisticated irrigation methods to harness the fertile soil of the Nile Delta. They grew a variety of crops, such as wheat, barley, flax, onions, leeks, garlic, and even grapes for wine. These agricultural practices not only fed the population but also supported the economy through trade. Trade was a vital part of ancient Egyptian society. The Nile served as a natural highway, enabling the Egyptians to exchange goods with neighboring regions. They traded grain, gold, linen, and papyrus, among other things, for exotic goods like incense, ebony, and ivory. The Nile was so integral to their survival that they personified it in their religion. Hapi, the god of the Nile, was worshipped for the bounty he brought. Every year, when the Nile flooded, it was seen as Hapi's arrival, and festivals were held in his honor. The Nile's predictable flooding and the fertile soil it left behind allowed the ancient Egyptians to settle and build cities along its banks. These cities became centers of culture, religion, and government, shaping the course of Egyptian civilization. The Nile also inspired much of ancient Egyptian art. From intricate carvings on temple walls to detailed papyrus paintings, the river and its associated wildlife were common themes, reflecting its importance in their daily lives. The Nile's resources also spurred technological innovation. Papyrus, a reed that grew along the Nile, was used to create paper. Flax was used to make linen for clothing. Clay from the riverbanks was used in pottery and bricks. These inventions had a profound impact on Egyptian society and the world. The Nile's bounty also enabled the construction of monumental structures. Stone quarried from the riverbanks was used to build temples, palaces, and pyramids. These architectural marvels stand as a testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the ancient Egyptians. The Nile's influence extended to social structures as well. The river's predictability allowed for the development of a centralized government, with the pharaoh at its head. This stability fostered the growth of a complex society with distinct classes, from nobles and priests to farmers and slaves. The Nile's influence extended to social structures as well. The river's predictability allowed for the development of a centralized government, with the pharaoh at its head. This stability fostered the growth of a complex society with distinct classes, from nobles and priests to farmers and slaves. The Nile's influence extended to social structures as well. The river's predictability allowed for the development of a centralized government, with the pharaoh at its head. This stability fostered the growth of a complex society with distinct classes, from nobles and priests to farmers and slaves. The Nile's influence extended to social structures as well. The river's predictability allowed for the development of a centralized government, with the pharaoh at its head. This stability fostered the growth of a complex society with distinct classes, from nobles and priests to farmers and slaves. The Nile's influence extended to social structures as well. The river's predictability allowed for the development of a centralized government, with a pharaoh at its head. This stability fostered the growth of a complex society with distinct classes, from nobles and priests to farmers and slaves. Get ready for an epic adventure into the heart of history. The mysteries of the Nile are just the beginning. Join us as we unlock the secrets of the Age of Pyramids and soar beyond the sands of time. Don't just watch history, be a part of it. Hit that subscribe button now and dive into the extraordinary with Pixby, where past meets the future. Your next adventure awaits.